Semi-final number 2, Battlefield of Eternity between Disgusting and the Cats. Yeah, the second semi-final, and let's see who gets it here today. Disgusting is back to business with Lavakal Richu. So let's see if they can take the Cats down today. I would still say that the Cats are probably the favorite for this one. It feels like again, today is a weird one. It feels like the X-Cup Summer, or the X-Cup in general, is more of their territories than some of the other tournaments that they've been participating in. So a Dracula soaking and the boys, let's find out if they can win this best of 3, make it to the grand final, and lock in a few more points for the leaderboard. Yeah, with Battlefield, of course, coming up. We got our first ban. I guess like Hanzo, Li Ming, and a few others are going to be addressed eventually. But first and foremost, they take out Lucio. Again, there's a lot of stuff. Pretty much any kind of sustain healer here is always very strong. Rhaegar can be quite powerful because of the added speed on the camp clears, because of the added damage that he brings on the Immortal, and of course all of that burst heal that you always have when he is part of your composition. Hanzo, with all of the damage he brings with his scatter shot build against the Immortal, is also a very normal victim on this one. I mean, especially recently, now that I think about it, we've seen less and less Hanzos being played because they're always getting banned. I feels like a month ago we still had him played at least occasionally, but it's becoming more rare every single time we're heading into this. Sylvanas gets banned now as well. A hero that at least in the last, I want to say, 10 days gets played a bit more is Vala. Vala always goes through phases. She was like one of the most popular heroes on Battlefield of Eternity, then she dropped off a bit just because others were taken more often, other playstyles were also there. Some teams were more going for big team fights, trying to drop the opponent and get a few kills and then focus on the Immortal. And Vala was not really that big of a pick anymore, but now in the last couple of days we've seen her a bit more frequently, the arrow build getting used once again. And that's always an interesting thing too. Vala on this map in the Korean scene has been played a lot with the multi-shot build. In Europe you either saw then the arrow build or even an auto attack style, obviously also depending a bit on whether or not you're playing with solo support or double support. But yeah. Now we got Li Ming as an early lead. Again, the thing with Li Ming is, and that's something that, interesting enough, a lot of people still miss. When you are fighting for the Immortal, what Li Ming can do is fairly easy. She just gets into range of the Immortal and she just YOLOs a combo out. And then the opponent has the choice to make whether they are just letting that combo go through and hit the Immortal, and therefore the objective slowly loses hit points, or they throw somebody in its way to stop that from happening. But that means that your own heroes are slowly losing their hit points, there's pressure on the support, and if they drop too low, then somebody else can go in and get the kill. And this is a game that Li Ming always plays on this map. So you're just like sitting tight, you're playing the long game, you're just trying to poke, you throw those out in cooldown, and you play around it. And that's one of the big advantages that she has, totally disregarding for a moment, of course, the reset mechanics that she also brings to the table. Now we got Mirrodin together with her, so that's already a bit of CC. Brightwing brings even more. And Lul Nara with, yeah, Hogger getting banned. Now this is a map where Soaking played just recently Samuro once. I wouldn't mind to see another Samuro game. I think if I remember correctly, the last time that he played Samuro here was one of the first times when he actually played Mirror Image Samuro, and he commented later on in chat a bit about how, yeah, it's weird to getting casted the first time that he was trying to like get more of an impact with the mirror images, and there were teams that actually banned Samuro specifically out against him, and he might still pick it, depending of course on what's taken on the other side here. But for now it's Anduin and Thrall that gets taken. Yeah. Alright, so we got Green Jesus already in the game. Green Jesus seems to be a World of Warcraft thing. In Heroes, it's more like Green Moses, because with Thundering, he can literally just like part the opponent's team. Part the sea of enemies. Yeah, but for the red team, Disgusting. With some disgusting picks here. It's a full zoo over there nearly. Greymane and Rexa. Alright, our boy is in the house with Misha. I honestly don't know why, but there's always a discussion whether Misha is a boy bear or girl bear, and Misha is female. So, guys, Misha is female. There's always some that come in, Misha is short for this and that's a boy's name. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I actually read up on the lore for once, and Misha is female. So, for once, believe me. Arthas. Now, no matter what I thought would be coming here, that one I didn't see coming. And I'm very happy that he's being picked. We got Arthas in the game, everybody. Battlefield of Eternity. Map number 1, the Cats against Disgusting. Let's go. Alright, so the first thing that happens after I say that I read up on the lore and I know that Misha is female, people are making fun of me for reading lore. And for good reason. I mean, my own take on the World of Warcraft lore is always a source of amusement, and I can give you a couple of those backstories later if you want. But in this case, I actually read up on it because there's always so many dummies, especially in the YouTube comments, just jumping in. It's like, don't you know, it's like a male, like it's a boy's name. And I was like, I'm pretty sure. So I actually read up on this at some point. I actually did. You could have Googled it yourself. You didn't. You left it up to me. That's how lazy you guys are. But I'm willing to tell you. So, as we're headed into the game, we got also Thrall with the Trash Lightning. Yeah, going up against the Rexa in Misha, that helps him a bit too. Of course, they got their triple, their lineup with the side lane being run by Arthas now, which means that Thrall can go into Trash Lightning. And that is a pretty awesome talent if you can stack it properly. And that always hinges on you being able to get the action going there. Up at the top side, yep, Arthas is attempting to deal with Misha, Rexa, and with Greymane with limited success, but obviously there's an imbalance that has been created in the first place. But it's mostly Disgusting that is dealing with all of that. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so Arthas. It's a very hefty front line that they have. Pretty strong one. Rhyme at level 1. And down to the bottom of the map. Every single time I see Arthas taking Rhyme, I really would like for him to have a talent on one of the other levels that is called Reason. So he can make some stupid Rhyme and Reason puns. Not the same thing, I know, but still. Okay, so Thrall is down. And here we have our first kill. Yeah, Disgusting. I don't know. I had the Cats pegged as the favorite, I gotta admit. But now at the same time, I like the aggression that we're seeing from Disgusting here, and especially top lane. That's definitely paying off. They take their tower down, they go for the gate. This one is about to get dropped too. 2 stacks for Arthas with, for Thrall with a Trash Lightning. And they're gonna get maybe a bit more here. No, Misha even dodging for the team. Ooh, nice! Okay, she barely makes it out of the fight. But, yeah. And another big hit. No stacks on level 4 for Thrall yet, but I think there's a pretty good chance that we're gonna get the Frostwolf pack on his end. So, yeah. Down to the bot lane. Muradin. Hop, little dwarf. Hop, hop, hop. Mimikyu on the money pick. Not only a good skin, but also riding in style. Money pick, of course, still the best mount in the game. There are very persistent rumors that I have, by the way, nothing to do with, that the money pick gives you a tiny advantage in speed. Apparently it makes you, or so people say, 5% faster. And there is also a rumor that the passive experience gain that you get is slightly increased. Now, I can neither confirm nor deny those things, but people are talking about it. So, yeah. Just something I want to get out there. And I mean, some of the best players that ever played this game are consistently riding the money pick. So, coincidence? I don't think so. By the way, talking about coincidences, there's a story that I nearly forgot. Wait a second. Okay, so trying to go for the Immortal. There's a bit of damage already done. Seems like the blue team is currently heavily losing this one. Disgusting. Look at you guys. So as a party of some friends now, just a few days ago, and was a big pool, and so a bit of a pool party here. It's super hot in Spain right now. We got around 38 to 40 degrees Celsius over the weekend, and it was a lot of fun. And at some point, we were at the pool, and I was sitting at the edge of the pool, and one of the guys from Italy was talking to me a little bit. He's a pilot, told me a little bit about himself and what he's doing, and then he asked me, yeah, so what are you doing? And I pretty much just explained to him, yeah, well, I do YouTube and Twitch, And so yeah, mostly on YouTube. And then there's a girl on the other side of the pool, a little bit younger. She must have been like, I don't know, like 18, a bit older, probably early 20s, whatever. And so she is all of a sudden, now she knows me. And I'm thinking like, there's no fucking way you know me, because you're not speaking any English. So why would you ever visit any of my streams? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, ah, really? And she literally thought I'm Johnny Sins. She literally thought, I was like, well, you have a very good taste in movies, I can tell you that much. But yeah, so she literally mixed me up here, and then it was like, but does he know that he looks like him? It's like, it was too fucking good. I am not making this shit up. I swear to God, this is 100% true. Oh, it was just absolutely glorious, and I'm like, yeah. It was too fucking good. It was like, yeah, I've seen some of your movies. And I'm like, well, tell me more. Tell me more. But then again, as I used to say, like, guys, again, have you ever seen Johnny and me in the same room? Huh? Ever? Think about that. Coincidence? I don't think so. So yeah, it was fantastic. But yeah, either way, so up at the top, but we have with the first emote a little bit of damage done. So a bit of a side tangent, I admit, but it was still a funny story, and I thought I'd share it with you here. So right now, we got the wall opened up at the bottom. There's no one that has really taken a big lead or anything just yet. But as you can see, 1 kill to 0. We currently still have both teams looking to find a bit of momentum that they can exploit. 9 stacks for the Trash Lightning, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Oh, Murden's jump gets cut a bit short. And, well, that's when Brightwing has to come in to help out, so that engages the fight. But it's a 5 versus 4, because Arthas is missing, and Murden takes that to leap back in. So they are taking down Diablo. And Arthas is still successfully locking in some experience for them all the way up at the top. So, now that they can push for that fort again, I still have to give more and more credit to Disgusting, because they're doing well here. It's also interesting, by the way, to me that we are now having Arthas literally taken against Greymane, because that's something that you've seen in the games of old. I'm really talking about like 5 years ago or so. Maybe even more than that. So, yeah, honestly, now that I think about it, it must have been 6-7 years ago. Jesus Christ, I've been casting this game for way too long. Holy hell. So, yes, back in the days, if you would see a Greymane, Arthas was oftentimes picked against him because of the Frozen Waste, because you want to try and control his auto attack a little bit. Same also true for Illidan picks, of course, oftentimes countered by this. Stacks are coming together as we're having the first level 10 abilities taken by Disgusting. Since 12 stacks for Thrall also signify that he is getting a good amount together. And once that he is able to get his quest completely stacked, the damage increase is obviously going to be insane. Not so because the damage all of a sudden increases by a massive amount. He's consecutively starting to stack it up, but more so because the priority changes, and that makes it so much more impactful. Greymane, talking about impactful, is having a bit of an impact on the objective, but he's also getting murdered. And after they took the wolf down, they go for the bear and drop Misha too. So an unbearable disaster for Disgusting. But bear with me here for just 1 second, because I believe that there is a chance they're going to bring this back once that Greymane respawns. Initially, they've taken the lead, and somebody has to also split towards the top. In this case, it's Struck here, to go for the fort. So there's a little bit of time for Greymane and Misha to make it back into the game, and there they are, starting to do their thing and try to defend, or sorry, attack the blue team's Immortal to seal the deal for the 2nd time in a row. Soaking gets a bit of an assistant. Misha gets stunned. Ooh, yeah, Diablo. Greymane with the damage. If it wasn't Greymane, it would have been Li Ming. It's an old school combo, of course. Li Ming, Greymane, all of them with the attacks here. But they are going for Mimikyu, trying to drop the front line. He waits for the trade to kick in, which he does. But this is another objective for them. And Anduin gets murdered as well. So yes, Anduin is dead, taken down by Greymane. And we have, I think, the first fort in the game that is going to fall. 16 stacks for Thrall, which puts him solidly into the #1 damage spot for the blue team. No surprise here. He's waiting for a few more, and they're trying to get a cheeky kill on Atrax, which they couldn't quite log in. But it's still more or less close. I mean, the kill count is starting to lean more heavily in favor of Disgusting. And now that they have the fort destroyed, the passive experience gain for them is also quite beneficial. But they're now going straight through the bottom of the map in an attempt to also open up the gate here, the wall. A little bit of brawling happening between the lanes as Disgusting is starting to transition to the top side so that they can take the second fort down too. They obviously are going for a bit of a two-pronged attack here. But, yeah. Sundering is in. I mean, again, there's nothing too crazy yet. I really feel that Thrall, with a bit of late game persistent continuity on his level 1 stacking, could make a big difference. If you play the fights patiently and you just continuously pokes, you open up a lot of opportunities for other heroes to solidify those kills. Especially, of course, since you already have with Lunar the Thornwood Vines for a bit of ranged poke that you can use too. So it's really, not all, but a lot of this is, in my opinion, up to Thrall getting that damage out slowly and steadily. And of course, it's going to be compounded on level 16 when he goes into the upgrades there as well. Now, we have still some stacking with the Risen Duelist for Greymane. Level 13 gives them also an edge at this point that they could try and exploit, and they try! Bambi, oh dear. Lunara is in trouble as Greymane wanted to go for some meat, but couldn't quite get the hit. So King dodges out on the combo, runs away from Greymane, mirrored and baited in a bit too deep, and Thrall gets the kill, and they drop Greymane too. It's a double kill, everybody. They take both of them down with ease. And now it's 3 kills to 4. So they're inching a bit closer in experience to the red team. And can... there's not really that much to exploit. They can poke the wall down a little bit. But the Immortal just gets announced. So outside of the wall, I don't think there's anything else that they can do. I mean, what are you really effectively going to drop at this point? There's very little that can be done in that situation. So they're obviously taking the tower down, and now maybe they can't steal the camp away from the opponent. They can go into their own and lock this in early. But outside of that, I mean, there's nothing. They got the kills. They have now a lead in experience, so good for them. But it's not like the kills were happening while the Immortal was already up and they could go for the objective. So that's the setback, or the unfortunate situation that they're in now. And it's again the red team that gets way fast. Oh my god, no. Diablo, not only Diablo, Anduin is the first one to fall. The Crybaby dies and Diablo is dead now. He had the soul stack, so he'll be back. But with Greymane in particular, with Greymane and with Liming, they're just murdering these Immortals. Disgusting is playing such a good game here. It is getting ridiculous. I'm honestly heavily impressed at how well they're doing in this game now. Usually the Cats are forced to be reckoned with in a lot of these games outside of the top 3 teams that we have in Europe. But currently Disgusting is just making all the right moves. Good macro plays, setting the camp on lane, going for the Immortal again. This is the 3rd one in the row that they're now winning. It's a big shield for them too. Top lane play that they now have about, that they are going to execute here. And they're just doing an enormous amount of damage. Structurally, of course, they are already ahead, and they're trying to pull ahead even further. They haven't lost a single fort yet. And they're half a level away from level 16, so technically they could make it to the keep, take that down, and see if they can even go a little bit further than this. It's a very, very nice performance that we're seeing from the red team. And it's honestly a fun one. Arthas hasn't died yet, neither has Lunara. Yeah, level 16 is about to hit. And they are going for the keep. They want that thing. Now, there is a camp at the bot lane for the blue team that they could technically try and use to take at least the fort down, but even that is going to be a bit of a stretch. Stun into the wall. Muradin! Oh, what a save! Nice! Yeah, but the keep will fall. They just don't have the power to defeat this in time. I say that, and then they do. Alright, jinxed it. And instead, they're losing the bottom fort. That's kind of a meme, honestly. Yeah, they are probably a little bit annoyed with themselves. They definitely had the power to stay up at the top a bit longer and get one more volley in. And then get the hit here. So, yep, unfortunate, one might say. Still up for grabs at any point. 21 stacks by now for Thrall, so let's not forget about that. Nice flank engage here. Thrall is also on the move, and Bambi is dead. Bambi is eliminated. They go for Diablo. Rek'Sai is down. It's a bloodbath. It is an absolute bloodbath as everybody is going for the big fights now. Another kill as Anduin dies again. And they are going for Thrall. 22 stacks for Thrall. But of course, with that big of a lead, likely a keep. Actually, they might get both. They should get both keeps. Can they go core? 13 seconds, 10 seconds for Lunara, maybe not. But the keeps should definitely both fall here. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. But, yeah. What do we get? 50,000 damage nearly for Thrall. Yeah, keep at the top lane has been eliminated by Li Ming. Li Ming takes that one down. And here comes the next play. Oh god, please tell me that this time you finished the job. Okay, thank you. Oh, fully calculated. Fully calculated. Not even close. Can you imagine if it was literally one more hit that was needed to take it down? If you're disgusting, you find yourself in the same situation for the second time in a row, I would be massively pissed. But yeah, as it stands, they have it now. Yeah, so as I said, Thrall is getting closer and closer to completing his quest, and that's of course when the quest reward is going to make his poke so much more annoying. But with 10 kills to 5, the advantage in teamfights goes to disgusting, and so does the leading experience. Oh, nice combo. Gets the bullet out, and then the combo after this, so very well played. But here we go again. We're trying with another play for Diablo. Lockdown is in. And here has got also another stack for Thrall. Now, they have only taken a single fort down. They've lost both their keeps. So it's an enormous amount of pressure on the lanes with the catapults that the cats have to deal with. But, yeah. Here comes the play for soaking. Careful! The Sundering misses. And they kill Arthas. The cats are struggling here. Who knew that all you had to do was draft the doggy and you would make it really tricky for the cats to survive through this? Unbelievable. Also, Alvaros. Alvaros nearly dropped by Diablo, but the kill is in. He had the stacks though and will be back. Mirrodin, on the other hand, he's going to be down for the count. 28 stacks now for Herath. He needs 2 more and the quest is completed. Diablo is dealing with the catapults as he respawns. 19 to 18, 12 kills to 6. And the Immortal is down to 50%. So, Drakir and his boys, they are getting closer to another Immortal for the blue team. Now, they haven't won this one yet, but they're definitely getting a lot closer here. And Thrall is dealing with the bot lane. As mentioned previously, he's at 28 stacks on his level 1, so soon to be done. Alpha Wolf on level 16. And, well... 67,000 for Li Ming. Look at the damage. Oh, talking about Li Ming. Oh boy. Brightwing with a save. The combo from Onio. Another wall stun and goodbye Greymane. And Thrall completes his quest. And now Thrall should soon be taking the top damage in the game. He's already at 73,000 against the 76 that Li Ming has. But they are going for this Immortal. And we're talking about a 17-minute Immortal now. But they also have to send somebody back to deal with this push. It's a bit of a wild game. This isn't over yet. Now, there is still a significant lead, especially the advantage in structures for Disgusting, which is more or less ridiculous. But at the same time, we're now having a fully stacked Thrall with Trash Lightning, and we're getting a big Immortal at the top lane that they can use to push. Greymane is still dead, so the fact that your opponent is about to hit level 20 talents is not that big of a problem just yet. You at least have the numbers advantage going for you. Disregarding Misha for just a second. And here we go. Push at the top lane. Arthas is controlling the bot lane a little bit. And they are about to have level 20 talents available as well. But here comes the engage. Red team is trying to exploit those storm talents. Thrall gets saved and he is still fine. And now again, he can poke. And that's exactly what he does. He's using the completed level 1 quest and is finding himself at 75,000 damage now. Can make the same play also with the structures again, exactly what he does, and pokes Li Ming down slowly. Down here, on the other hand, Soaking gets caught, and they really commit to taking down Arthas. He pops the army. He's wasting a lot of their time. Li Ming dies as that happens, and they even have to abandon this. So the poke continues, and it's only a matter of seconds until Thrall has top damage in the game. And guys, they might even go for core here. If they get another kill, there's nothing to stop them anymore. The keep is already gone. And the Immortal, yes, it has lost its shield, but it has more than 50% of its HP left. So after the entire game was more or less dominated by Disgusting, all of a sudden we're having the action coming in from the Cats. They are going for the victory. They want it. They're pushing in even further, looking for the next kill, looking for a chance to end the game. The core is losing hit points, and Greymane is dead. Greymane is dead. Arthas is down as well. And this is game as the Cats turn it around. The 6.5 out of 10 moment on map number 1 in the best of 3.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Towers of Doom, map number 2. And I can't believe that I'm saying this, but the Cats are ahead. Now, I'm impressed that they were able to turn it, but I am surprised to say the least. Now, I said throughout the entire game that with Thrall completing his quest, they have a bit more poke power. And it came into play in the sense that at the top, when Arthas was chased, they could poke Li Ming down from a safe distance, and then it led to a kill. So he had definitely some involvement there. But I gotta admit that once they lost those 2 keeps, even with Thrall, I really thought that Disgusting was able to get that done. And that wasn't really the case. So kudos to the Cats. Fantastic comeback. It didn't seem possible that they would be able to pull that one off, but indeed they did. For Disgusting, of course, a setback that they are very likely not going to be happy with, and now they have to win 2 in a row if they want to make it to the grand final, which is still possible for them, but it's made a lot harder now. Now, we got the Vikings banned out, which I already don't like, because this means that they're denying a possible Viking game to me. But we have Sylvanas here for Itrax. Instantly picked as the game starts up. So, yeah, let's go. Drakia and Antonio, our first few picks for the blue team. Dehaka. So, Falstad is still up for a global if you want to play a global. For top lane, I mean, Blaze obviously is still one of the high priority picks. You talk Urel maybe. And there we got Blaze. Together with Rhaegar. So, 2 of the usual suspects for the map for sure. And Leoric to counteract Blaze, so both now have their hero to rotate between the mid and the top lane. We get Anduin, which opens up an opportunity for a Genji pick. It's actually interesting that today we have a lack of Genji and also Tracer. I honestly thought that either one of them would at least be picked once, but hasn't happened yet. With Anduin though, you have the Light Bomb engage that you can execute here. So, we'll see. But yeah, Diablo, it gets banned, so we have at the front line, Dibbles taken away from them. Falstad, better safe than sorry, they don't want to deal with any side lane pressure, so Falstad is eliminated. I always wait for some maybe like crazy picks, you know, that would help you. I mean, we had times when, for example, Zarya was a thing here. That's not really the case anymore. You have the occasional Vikings pick, which is banned out. They take Genji away. Not really a bad move either. Drakia has obviously played that in the past. And yeah, Horny O on Muradin. So with Genji taken, that means you can't go into Light Bomb with Genji engage any longer. So yeah, there's that. Could still play it with a different hero, of course. You can go for the same concept here. As far as tanks go, there's also a Nubarak. If you really want to go for a dive, then he's a choice that you can pick. They go Jojo. Jojo and Li Ming again. So this time we got Li Ming, Sylvanas, Johanna, and Leo. Quite a bit of Diablo characters in here too. But the final pick, Kirath. What are we going to get for them now? Good front line, very hit point heavy obviously. Muradin with good interrupts, Rhaegar. And we got the Drakia for a quick jump here as well. And here's Hanzo. Shimada brothers, we get both of them. Another stun added, unless they go for the meme strike. Game number 2. Cats against Disgusting. Who takes the second map? Let's find out. Towers of Doom. And game number 2, Drakia on Genji this time. We got Horneo and Muradin for the Cats. They showed their claws in game number 1. Captain Rex on Rhaegar, soaking on Blaze, and Hirath is playing Hanzo. The right side of the map, we got Richu on Leoric, we got Lavakal on Anduin, Itrax is playing Sylvanas, Mimikyu on Johanna, and Alvaros is playing Li Ming. Yeah, Disgusting can't be too happy with the end of map number 1. They did such a great job throughout the game, only to lose it on the last objective. So now a chance to correct that error and then force game number 3 and maybe advance to the grand final. Anyways, but it's going to be a little bit more tricky. Very different map, obviously, what we have right now. With Sylvanas, you can still gain all of the momentum in the world when you're winning a few team fights. And that's where they excelled on the first map. But talking team fights, both of them very willing to go into a big brawl in the mid lane right from the get-go. Yeah, Sylvanas and Genji. And Sylvanas has to be a bit careful. She was following fairly far here, so that could have been a bit of a blowback as well. So, now, down at the bottom of the map, the 4-man obviously is now starting this up a bit. Top side, though, seems like we're gonna get a... Really? Okay, they didn't want that kill, right? I mean, look at this one again. Check this one out. So first they are moving down to the top. Now, look at the top lane now, as we're jumping there. And that, I mean, what? Somehow they misread this thing completely. So Leo could have died there for sure. To be fair, killing Leo in the early game, is it really such a big deal? Probably not. He's going to respawn a few seconds later. You get a bit of experience, you get a bit more pressure. That's about it. Down here, the teams are both taking their pumpkin camps. There's nobody really going for an engage. Nobody's trying to invade the opponent's camp. So, yeah. But, well, Stormbolt is missing. Hirath. Ooh, careful. And there's, of course, a lot of these squishies. If they are getting hit by a stun in such a moment, then it's just lights out and your first blood in the game. So, with this, we now have the push through the bot lane in an attempt to get those pumpkins connected with the structures. But both of them are... Yeah, the Stormbolt is missing again. If they would have hit Alvaros here with the Stormbolt, that would have been the end of it. And Sylvanas is also low, so both of them have taken quite a significant amount of damage. But the final hit, the final stun, just didn't come through, so they didn't get the CC there. And, well, it's just what it is. Anyways, soaking in the middle of the map. Again, doing a lot of the rotational plays. We got on level 4 now the Unstable Poison. We also got the Ghastly Reach for Leo. So going for even more of the wave clear here up at the top with that. Not going for Neil Peasants though. Triple Altar is up. And of course, we are, as usual with Towers or Doom, looking towards the late game. Early game, yes, you want to make sure that things add up towards the late game and you want to take the early lead. But the one consistent theme in the last few weeks has always been that the team that does well in the early game is getting a rude awakening later on. And oh, Drakia is going for the kill and dies himself. Alright, we're gonna soon take another look at that one, but yep, there we go. If you are Genji, you wanna go for the kill, and so they did. Okay, so down to the bottom of the map, it's obviously the third altar that matters the most. The one at the top left, top right got exchanged. 36 on each, and here it is. The 4 shots fired in favor of the Cats. But let's have another look at our little 1v1 that we had there in the mid lane. So yeah, that was our little battle. So initially it really looks like Sylvanas is able to force Draka back, and then Draka went in, fuck it, protected by the way, gets the kill only to be dropped by the minion wave. And to be fair, the damage over time would have taken him down either way, but it's always kind of fun when you have these double kills. And yeah, bit nasty. Now, we have level 7 ready for both of the teams. As I said, the altar lead for the Cats, as they took the initial double. We got the augmented guard now. Again, the purification for Rhaegar. And with the festering wounds, we get that hit too. Now, Sylvanas dying in the middle. Down here, we are still having our poke as they're trying to go for a bit of tower damage, which they couldn't. The rotation is obviously continuously happening in there, with some heroes just splitting off from the rest of the team in an attempt to punish the side laners a little bit and applying pressure so that their own side lane has an easier time dominating the rotation. Cam got invaded for a moment and they were really thinking of committing to it, but had to move back here too. Blaze is still at the top. Now, the one downside for Disgusting is that they had to send Leo down, so he's now trailing behind a bit when it comes to the wave clear between the two teams. And this is already manifesting itself with Soaking trying to slow him down here too. But we have Sylvanas reappearing, so yeah, Blaze has to be careful that he doesn't run into both of them in an attempt to slow Leoric down, or it's going to be him on the chopping block. Yeah, 2 kills to 1, and the double altar again. Yeah, bit of poke still happening here. And because of the ghastly reach, he actually also hits the boss and activates him for a moment. But there's the channel. This time the interrupt is ready on the other hand, so they're not going to get that easy altar. We have in the middle of the map Sylvanas going up against Genji. We've seen that battle before, and the side laners are still deciding whether they want to go for experience or just help out. Obviously some of this is determined or by the level 10 ability that will soon be ready for the cats. They have the half level lead and they're trying to use that. Channel in the middle has already happened. Bottom battle is still ongoing. And this minion wave should be enough for level 10. So if they're able to get the wave clear connected right now, that would be nice. But they lose Genji, and they're gonna lose more. Li Ming with reset potential. Sylvanas is dead too though, and level 10 any second. And those Storm Talons will give a big advantage to the cats, and here it is. Yeah, and just as it happens, they lose Muradin and the arrow whiffs completely. So the arrow is out, Muradin is dead, level 10 is there, it doesn't help them. Disgusting is getting their own Storm Talons, and it's kinda crazy. I mean, yeah, nice Ancestral though, but we have Hira in a corner. He's able to escape. Nobody has channeled that yet. And Blaze has now started to go back to Soaking. I mean, literally his name. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be back right away. Seems like he's dealing with the top lane first. So they're giving up the 4 shots down here at the bottom. Unless Hira somehow can connect an arrow, which isn't the case. So 28 to 32 points. Another even exchange. Leo trying for one moment to come in with another light bomb stun. But they have to deal with that top lane because, again, Blaze is getting the upper hand here on the rotation. And that is going to slowly start damaging the structures, and they need to also pick up those health globes, those experience globes. So, yeah. 3 kills to 3. Blessed Shield is in. Obviously now got also the Poor Man's Buried Alive and Tomb plus Wailing Arrow. So, yeah, that's another one. But, yeah. 3 kills to 3. Camps are up, 1 is already taken. Disgusting is a little bit worried about going for their own. Like, yeah, well, if they invade, then we might lose this one. There's a level advantage for the cats now, which is obviously huge, because once that the next objective pops up, there might be a level 13 talent that they can use over the opponent's team. 21,000 damage for Li Ming. Bit of action here in the middle, as they're again threatening Leoric. And they might get that kill. Nah, Ruchu is able to get out. But still, that's a lot of easy damage against him. And then, as I said before, once that you are damaging your opponent's side lane on a map where this rotation between 2 lanes happens with a side laner alone, you make it much, much easier for your own side laner to dominate the lane, as we're seeing here. And Soaking has, of course, the upper hand now in this little 1v1 that they are playing out. Now the altar is coming in, and that is the level 13 advantage that I mentioned previously. The cats, they get the 13, that also means Bronzebeard Rage for Muradin. The arrow connects this time, the X-Strike and the kill. They look for the double, they can't get it. Well, they might still be able to, and they get the triple kill. Well done. Good move by Muradin there towards the end too. 24 to 32 points on the core, and even more damage now down here at the bottom of the map. But yeah, really nice move. So the X-Strike came in first, the arrow of course leading to all of this, and then Muradin goes for the big jump, and they're able to help Genji and Hanzo, the Shimada brothers, to get a few more kills. That's now 6 kills to 3. They have a 2-level advantage. The Cats very determined to ensure that they are locking in a 2-0 victory in this semi-final and go to the grand final. We've seen crazier comebacks. Well, we've seen one on map 1. But as this continues, things are getting more difficult for Disgusting. They now lost control over the bell tower at the bottom of the map, which of course means another potential advantage. Light Bomb is out as Lavakal saves himself and hopes to set up a kill for the team, which he couldn't quite do. They're pushing topside bell towers as well. But down here, Hanzo is dead. Topside still pressured a bit, but Genji is now on the way back down to the bottom of the map. And they're going to reclaim this. Bit too greedy. Moving with Genji towards the top, hoping that they get more damage on the bell tower there. Now, of course, they still can control the experience, and they are also making moves to see if they can get the early level 16. Jojo was just checking if they are going for the camp here, and she is paying the price for it right now. I mean, damn, Muradin is dropping her low, and now Genji is coming in too. Wailing Arrow got used and lost. So they used a big cooldown, hoping that they could drop Genji and just whack-a-mole him. But not so much, and with level 16 talents and the double... Ooh, can they get both of these altars? It's a little bit tricky. But they should... I mean, they're going to definitely get one. If they can use the level 16 talent to lock both of them in, that would be quite nice. But yeah, so the hit keeps coming. They're interrupting potentially over here. No, they let the slide, so it's a 1v1. 32 against 20, and now drop down to 28. Slight advantage still for the Cats. So the Cats are ahead at every single aspect of the game now. Yeah, and they are cheekily invading the opponent's pumpkin camp. Once again, of course, trying to regain bot lane control. Most important lane on this map. Control this here, you have a much better control over especially bot lane altars and also over the pumpkins, of course. So here we go. Another X-Strike and another kill. This combo between the two Shimada brothers is working extremely well for them. Second time now that the stun into an X-Strike leads to a kill against the Squishies. This time they only get one, but that's enough for now. And the goal is, of course, to take control of this, try and take Leo down. Drag here might have fucked up big time though. He dies, but he at least takes Jojo with him. So that's the good news. And all of this is happening, by the way, with Blaze still on the side lane. So they're pulling even further ahead in experience now, by Blaze also applying pressure towards the top bell tower. But as all of this happens, Ancestral to keep Muradin alive, as Itrax is going for the big hit. Nice save, but this is one bell tower that they're taking. And, as I said, damage in the middle. And more importantly, a lot more damage up at the top. So with a 2-level advantage, but even talents, we got the triple altar phase coming up, and it's a 5 versus 3 bell tower situation in favor of the Cats, who now also go for the camp at the bottom of the map, which means that there is a potential 3 more points against Disgusting's core. So this is a really dicey spot. That's why they're trying to play this out at the top with the attempted gank on Blaze, which didn't work out for them. But yeah, this is going to be risky. Nice arrow, by the way. Oh, do they also get the kill? Yeah, they do. Not only did the arrow save Rexa... No, my god. What the fuck? They get a double kill. They get a double kill. They have 5 points. Oh my... This could be game. Guys, this could be game. 5 shots have already been delivered. And another altar is up. Anduin dies too. They could take all of those bell towers now. All of the bell towers are up for grabs. Muradin's trade is going to kick in soon. We got pumpkins at the bottom of the map. This could very well be game. 3 more shots fired. Yeah, this is game. This is game. There is no way to turn this around. No way. They lost too many heroes here. They only got Leo and Liming. The barrage is starting any second now. It's only 12 points on the core. The top bell tower falls. Muradin should just cancel. Doesn't even have to cancel. All the shots are fired. And that puts them down into the single digits. 5 points. The shots are continuing, and this is game. There's nothing else they can do. They can commit Sudoku at the top lane now if they really want to, or just go for the boss. And they do that too. So yeah, all the shots, all the damage. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game as the Cats take a 2-0 victory over Disgusting and move on to the grand final. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.